Hello, I'm gonna try to explain the concept of renting a semi-truck or leasing a truck for business. Normally, you are engaging in a scam if you lease in a truck from a trucking company. Normally, the way it go is you rent a truck or buy a truck. Lease is just like renting. Normally, you rent a truck from a dealership, truck dealership, from truck dealers. Okay, from the dealership, not from a trucking company, because trucking company normally they lease or buy a truck from a truck dealership, and then they will hire drivers to drive the truck, and they will deliver things using the truck and make money that way. Why would a trucking company get a truck from a truck dealership and then rent it or lease it back to the drivers? For one, they don't even own the truck. The truck belongs to the truck dealership. They don't have the title to the truck. It's like you renting a car from a car dealership and then rented this car back to the public. You just create another lease and lease it back to the public for a lot more money, and then but that's just one aspect of it, just to make an example. But when you renting a car back from a dealership to the people, they're not using it for business, it's just personal, and the cost of doing business is different. Now let me explain this. When the company lease or rented the truck back to a driver, they don't have any expense. No expense. They have zero expense for the business, for the deliveries of these for what this truck is delivering. Let's assume, first of all, the driver pays for everything, for insurance, which is huge expense. There is 3 different insurance you have to pay. For one, it's called bobtail insurance. Bobtail insurance, okay.
You know, if you go down to 115th Street, there's a free pump.
Bobtail. Bobtail is for the truck. And so the bobtails just mean that the front of the truck doesn't have any trailer attached to it. That's what bobtail mean. It normally costs you about $300 a week. And then if you go ahead and yes, also you have to pay for trailer insurance. This is the white thing in the back is a trailer. For this trailer, insurance is separate. You have to pay one insurance for the bobtail, which is the front of the truck, and then the trailer insurance, which is back of the for the trailer. Trailer and truck can be attached from each other. Each of them require separate insurance, which you have to pay for. Each of them require separate $300 or more a week. So that is two different insurance, right? And then the other insurance is whatever you carry inside the trailer. Let's say there's 40,000 pounds in here. 40,000 pounds inside here. It could be a food, it could be medication, it could be a equipment, whatever it is. It also requires insurance, which is 300 or more. Let's say you carry 40,000 pounds of something, and it is a value at $2 million, or maybe whatever it is. You're required to carry $2 million insurance. It's called cargo liability insurance. Cargo liability insurance. This cargo liability insurance that you have to carry, you have to pay for it. Cargo insurance, whatever is in the trailer. So far that's 3 insurance, right? I'm just trying to list expense that you have to pay every. And then the plates, the trailer plate and truck plates, very expensive. It's about $5,000. This is one-time fee, and it is you have to pay them once. It gets renewed every 2 years or whatever it may be, but this is just monthly. It could be a monthly payment. They could charge you one time, and so you pay for that. And remember, at the end of the day, and also you are 100% rely on the company for work. Let's see. You 100% rely on a company for work. You are basically tied to the company. See what it says right there? You are 100% tied to the company. That means you can only deliver delivery whatever carriers. Carrier is the company you lease the truck from. You basically deliver whatever they give you. Let's say I'm just gonna go to lowboard, where the company get delivery from. This is one of the free lowboard you can go on. And I'm gonna just show you an example of how the company makes money. Let's assume that you want to pick up something like this. You see how this is some of the delivery. Like this delivery goes from California to Memphis, Tennessee, and it's 1,000. Let's see. Look, that was yeah. This one, I'm gonna just click on it so you can see clearly. This is money right here. You pay $6,003.50 a mile. It goes from Chino, California to Memphis, Tennessee. The mileage is 1,763 miles. And the thing weighs 6,000. It requires 53-foot trailers. So for this stuff, if you lease your truck from a dealership, you can directly get your load from the brokers. Sometimes the broker is the one that lists these things on the low board. This is called low board. They're the one that put it on here for the customer to look at this, and if somebody want to do this delivery, they can do it. They can basically bet on it. You see how it's like a market, open market. You can bet on it. But because you are tied to the company you're leasing the truck from, you cannot do this. The company will not allow you to do this. The company will take a load. Let's say they will take this load, right? Instead of giving it to you for $3.50, they give it to you for $2 a mile, and they keep the rest of it in their pocket. Remember, they have zero expense. You have to pay not only for those insurance, which is $1,500 a week or more. Remember, 300, it's actually 900. 300 times 300 times 3 is 900, right? And then you have to pay for the fuels. That's 1,700 mile required. It will probably about $1,200. It depends on the truck. Most of the truck gets about 5 miles to a gallon. Okay, so you pay between $1,100 to $1,200. $1,200 just for this load. And then not only that, your amount, the stuff that you pay for is much more. You're also paying for the truck payment, which is normally between $800 to $1,000 a week. Remember, you're not gonna own this truck. The company, what the company actually have in mind is they want to rent this truck to over 100 different truck drivers for the life of this truck. They have no intention of ever allowing you to own this truck, but they want to tempt you to get into this with the hope of you owning the truck. A lot of people, just like a lot of people want to own a home. They have a dream of owning a home, override their logical. They're not looking at things logically. The fact that the company themselves don't own the truck, and they make it look like you're not also making money from these. Because you're making so much payment. The payment that goes to this trucking company, they have no payment. The company don't have any payment, because you are the one who's paying all the bills for the truck. You're paying for the truck, for all the three different insurance. The truck insurance, which is bobtail, the front of the truck. You also pay for the trailer insurance, the big trailer in the back of the truck. You also have to pay for insurance that are in a insurance for whatever you carry inside the trailer, which is called cargo insurance. All this stuff you paying, the company don't pay anything. On top of this, the company charge you, let's say this $6,000 you paying, they're charging you 18% on top of everything else. They're charging you between 12 to 18% from these 6,000, if they give you the 6,000. Sometimes, most of the times, they will cut some money out of it before they give you the load. And you never have any direct payment when you deliver the load, or when you deliver these things. I don't know why they call it a load, but it's called load. But once you deliver, the delivering company sign the paperwork saying, yes, we received the delivery, everything is good, nothing is damaged. You send the paperwork to the company you're renting the truck from, that giving you this load, and then they will send this back to the broker, the paperwork, and then the broker pays the company, and then the company will cut all these charges, $800 a week for the truck, all the 300 times 3 for the 3 insurance. They take all the fuels, $1,200 from that, and then you also have to pay for elogs, something called elogs. The list of fees that you have to pay is gonna be above $2,000 a week. Okay, and the other thing also, the ownership. There is no ownership of you ever owning the truck. Normally, the company intention is to have you run and make them money, because remember, they don't have any. The company don't have any expense. So what they do is, their goal is to have you make. The first goal for them is to you pay all the expense, you pay everything, they pay nothing to run this business, but you get nothing. You get nothing. You get zero. You will be the loser in this business. Okay, because at the end of the day, let's go to the calculator. I'm going to show you something. Let's say let's assume they give you that 6,000, which is going to take you about 4 days to deliver, because it's 6,000 and the mileage is 1763. I'm going to go to the mileage, to these things. Calculator. Okay, so let's say they give you that 6,000. 175 or some shit like that. What is it? 175. 175. So I'm gonna list the mileage first. How much it's gonna cost you? That's what I'm gonna add up. We lost that because I refresh it or something. Nobody will get it. Another one. Probably the same thing on this load right now. But the idea, you get the idea that you are going to be at the mercy of this company. There you go. 1763. 1763. Let's say divided by. Let's say you're getting you're getting 5 miles to a gallon. So you're gonna need, especially going to California, it's very expensive. The gas is expensive over there. 5 miles to a gallon. You're gonna need 350 53 gallon times, let's say you get the fuel before you get into the California, so time is $3.70. That's gonna cost you $1,300. You're just gonna get $1,300. So from that 6,075 minus 1,300 will be 4,000. From that 4,000 you pay 800 for the truck minus the 3 insurance, which is 900, right? And then an escrow, which is $300. We take that, and then another something called damage deposit, another 300. You take that out, and then of course you have to pay we get the insurance out, we get the trailer out, a trailer rental. Also they charge you for trailer rental, which is right now it's about $1,000 a month for trailer. So you end up making $1,575 minus you have to also pay for the something called administration fee, which is about $200. And on top of that you have to pay for elogs, which is about probably $50 a week. So for all that works, you actually end up making $1,300 a week for that delivery. And how many days will it take you? 1763 divided by, let's say, 500 miles a day. It will take you 4 days to get there. Your week is dead.